It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Wednesday, February the 3rd, 2016, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Jessie Lee Gladden, 94, of Martin, the mother of Alvin Gladden of Muleshoe, died Monday in Martin. The graveside funeral services for Mrs. Gladden will be at 11 Thursday morning at the Martin Memorial Cemetery, with Brother Rush Kaufman of Martin officiating under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Martin. She was born June the 17th, 1921, in Clyde, Texas, to John Thomas and Emma Isabel Adams Prescott. She married Lafayette Parks Gladden in Bourne, Texas, on May the 8th, 1945. Mrs. Gladden moved to Martin in 1945. She was a retired food service supervisor for the hospital there. She was preceded in death by her husband, who died in 1972. Also, her parents, Miss John Thomas Prescott, and her brother, Eldon Harrison Prescott. Her late husband was Lafayette Gladden. Jessie Lee Gladden is survived by two sons. Here in Muleshoe, Alvin Gladden and his wife Gail, and Larry Gladden and his wife Annette of Prattville, Alabama. Also, her daughter is Carolyn Rice and her husband Tom of Martin. There are 6 grandchildren: Denise, Joanne, Larry Parks, Jamie, Jill, and Richard, and 5 great-grandchildren. Please remember all of the family of Mrs. Jessie Lee Gladden in your prayers. And repeating, she died at the age of 94 at Martin on Monday. She was the mother of Alvin Gladden of Muleshoe. The graveside services for Jessie Lee Gladden will be at 11 Thursday morning at the Martin Memorial Cemetery under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Martin. Memorial service for Georgia Pena, 84, of Muleshoe, will be held on Saturday morning at 10:30 in the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe, where she was a very faithful member and taught Sunday school for many, many years. Her pastor, the Reverend Mindy McClanahan, will officiate. Georgia's wishes were to be cremated and joined with the ashes of her late husband, Benny Pena, who died on March 11th, 2011. The children will release the ashes together again into eternity. Georgia Lenora Pena died peacefully at her home here in Muleshoe on Tuesday afternoon of last week, January the 26th. She was born in December of 1931 in Farmington, New Mexico, to Stanley and Wilma White. The family moved to Fort Sumner in 1939, where she attended school and began her life of service to others. Georgia found her passion early in life by turning her challenges into determination. When she was a child, she had polio and traveled to Albuquerque several years for treatment. It was impossible for her family to cover the cost and complexity of these trips, so the people in Fort Sumner assisted with transportation and funds when possible. This generosity not only saved her life, but also set Georgia Pena on a journey of service. During her years of treatment, she saw so many others with severe crippling conditions. Even as a child, Georgia wanted to reach out to the unfortunate and lonely. She would bring books to read to the patients who were bedridden, or she would brush their hair to comfort them. Eventually, her polio was cured, but her dedication to service remained steadfast throughout her long life of 84 years. After high school, Georgia desperately wanted to attend college, but her parents did not have the money to send her. Through a gift from a private benefactor, which was never revealed, she was able to attend New Mexico State University. However, the college scholarship only covered a portion of her expenses. Determined, Georgia worked 2 jobs on campus for her room and board. Within 3 years, she graduated with a degree in business administration. After marrying Benny Pena, she moved to Muleshoe. Georgia was given an opportunity for a career in education when she received that offer from the Muleshoe school system, but she needed a teacher's certificate. Georgia continued to work full-time and commuted to Canyon, which is 200 miles round trip, on nights and weekends for the next 3 years. She received the teacher's certification and also earned a master's degree. Georgia Pena proudly served as a reading and English teacher for many years in the Muleshoe schools, finishing her career as the Director of Federal Programs for the Muleshoe Independent School District, a position she held for 25 years before retiring. She touched many lives with her compassion for students far beyond their education. September of 2001, she was honored by the State Board of Education in Austin with the District 15 Hero for Children Award. She said that was the most cherished recognition ever accorded her by an organization. Georgia's philosophy of education was respect every child as a child of God and never give up on any child. She was a member of the First United Methodist Church, where she taught Sunday school for years, and she also had been named the Muleshoe Beta Sigma Phi Woman of the Year. Only her love for God exceeded her love of her family. Georgia and Benny grew up in Fort Sumner together. After he returned from the United States Army, they were married in February of 1953 and were married for over 50 years. They spent all 57 years of their marriage cherishing their 4 children. They had 3 daughters: Kathy Jacobs of San Antonio, Patty Pena, who died in November of 1990, and Christy Ibarra and her husband Francisco of Amarillo. Their son Benny Ray Pena and his wife Selena live in Borum. There is one grandson, Arthur Pena, and his wife Leah of Dallas. One granddaughter is Sierra Alexis Ibarra of Amarillo, and one great-grandson in Arthur's family is Graham David. Please remember all of the family of Georgia Pena in your prayers, and repeating the memorial service will be held at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe on Saturday morning at 10:30. The family suggests memorials be made to either Muleshoe Independent School District's Most Scholarship Fund, 514 West Avenue G, Muleshoe, or to the First United Methodist Church in Muleshoe Rock Program for Children at 507 West 2nd, and the zip code in Muleshoe is 79347. The church's box number is box 505. Also, condolences can be left at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. Her family says, praise God for giving us the joyful life of Georgia Pena. We are all better for knowing and loving Georgia. It's time now for 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, to bring you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. The high in Muleshoe on Tuesday was 46, the low was 16, and at 7 o'clock on Wednesday morning it was still 16 degrees. And now a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area. Whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world, security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Sliding control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Looking at our weather forecast for the Muleshoe area, the Weather Service out of Lubbock is calling for a mostly sunny day today on Wednesday for the Muleshoe area with a high near 43 degrees. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then partly cloudy tonight, low around 19. West wind around 5 miles per hour. Sunny tomorrow on Thursday, high near 51, so a little bit warmer. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south-southwest in the afternoon. Partly cloudy Thursday night, low around 26. Friday, mostly sunny, high near 51 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon. Partly cloudy Friday night, low around 23. Sunny on Saturday, high near 56 degrees. West-northwest wind between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest later in the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 28. Sunny on Sunday, high near 59 degrees. Mostly clear Sunday night, low around 25. Repeating our forecast for this Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 43 degrees. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, partly cloudy tonight with a low around 19. Then sunny on Thursday, high near 51. North winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, partly cloudy Thursday night, low around 26. Of course, on Monday here in the Muleshoe area, it was extremely windy, and we had gusts up into the 50-mile-per-hour range Monday afternoon, and a cold front moved in, and it's been a little bit colder ever since. 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Colt Ellis has filed for re-election on the Muleshoe City Council in District 1. Also open in the city election is District 2 council member, and currently it is vacant. On the Muleshoe Independent School Board, there are 2 at-large positions that must be filled this year. They are currently being held by Kelly Kettner and Jared Lee. The Muleshoe Area Hospital District, there will be 3 places open. District 1 currently held by Dusty Clayton, District 3 held now by Landon Nichols, and District 5 held by Zona Gatewood. Now, in all of these elections, the city, the school board, and the Muleshoe Area Hospital District, you file for a place on the ballot at Muleshoe City Hall. The deadline for filing is Friday, February the 19th at 5 o'clock, and City Hall is open from 8 to 5 weekdays. Also, all three of the elections will be held on May the 7th at City Hall. Again, Colt Ellis has been the first to file, and he has filed for re-election in the Muleshoe City Council for District 1. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment.
Chips are delicious. Have you been wasting time looking for a good meal? Well, go to Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard and try the Irma's Special. If you are under 12, try the grilled cheese. You know Leal's in Muleshoe is the original Leal's Mexican restaurant. I highly recommend it. 5 generations of our family have eaten at Leal's. What did you say, Isla? Chips are delicious.
And this edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where First Bank is proud to announce First Bank online at www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds between accounts, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online, banking anytime with 24/7 access. Caller, come by today, 202 South First Street, 806-272-4515. The First Bank, proud to announce First Bank online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. You're invited to a meet and greet with new Executive Director Joe Liatzos this afternoon, Wednesday, February the 3rd, 3:30 until 5:15 p.m. at the Parkview Nursing Care Center, 1100 West Avenue J. Again, it's from 3:30 until 5:15 this afternoon at Parkview Nursing Care Center. Refreshments will be served. Come meet new Executive Director Joe Liatzos. Meet and greet at Parkview Nursing Care Center Wednesday afternoon, 3:30 until 5:15. Everyone is invited at 1100 West Avenue J, the new Executive Director at Parkview Nursing Care Center.
At the Dimmitt powerlifting competition Saturday, Muleshoe High School did very well. The boys' overall team placed second, and the girls' placing were Noah Rojas, 4th place, and Haley Hunt, 5th place. In the boys' division of powerlifting at Dimmitt, Eric Vela was first. Cesar Alvera was second, and so was Evan Paez. Also, Mickey Lozano placed second, and Justin Carrion was 4th, and Ryan Rodriguez 6th. Congratulations to all the Muleshoe High School powerlifting boys and girls. And again, the boys team overall placed second, and first place in the boys division went to Eric Vela over at Dimmitt on Saturday. The Lady Mules beat the Littlefield Lady Cats 59-56 in a thrilling game on Tuesday night, and now they are 2-6 in district action. The Mules lost to the Wildcats 61-49, and they are now 4-2 in district. The JV Lady Mules lost to Littlefield 42-33, but the JV Mules won over the Littlefield Wildcats. So we lost 2, but we won 2 also on Tuesday night in district action at Littlefield. And, you know, we announced on Monday the new alignments in our district, which is District 1-3A, Division 1 in football, and that is Muleshoe, Littlefield, Freona, Shallowater, Amarillo River Road, and Slayton. Now, you realize that will not start until next school year, August 2016, and that will be for the next 2 years, the alignment. And it's interesting how this all works. Every year or every other year when they do the alignment, well, they go by enrollment, the size of your high school only. And in 3A this year, it is 221 to 479 high school students. And Division 1 in 3A, and this is for football, is 319 high school students to 479. Muleshoe at high school has 377 students. Littlefield is right behind us with 373 students. Freona drops down to 327, but Shallowater has 446. Dimmitt 308, Slayton 339, Lubbock Roosevelt 311, Amarillo River Road 413. You know, we used to play a number of years ago Lubbock Cooper annually. Do you know what they have now? 1,359 students at Lubbock Cooper, just south of Lubbock. Now, Childress, who dropped out of our district, out of our district, but I think we'll play them in a non-conference game. They have 309, and they'll be in Division 2, 3A. Tulia has 311, Idalou 280, Amherst 46, Lasbuddy 45 students are enrolled in high school, Sudan 123, and Spring Lake Earth 97. Now you're going to find on our Twitter account, that's found on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, that all of the alignments on the South Plains, but in 2A, pardon me, in football, it's Sudan, Bovina, Spring Lake Earth, Farwell, Martin, and Smyre. And in 1I, Division 1, District 3, it's Amherst, Lasbuddy, Cotton Center, and Whitharrell. Now, in basketball, it's all different. We're in District 2, and there are 8 schools in our basketball new district starting next August. Muleshoe, Dimmitt, Freona, Idalou, Littlefield, Lubbock Roosevelt, Shallowater, and Slayton. Now, on January the 29th, the JV Lady Mules beat the Dimmitt Bobbies here in Muleshoe at the Blackout for Cancer game, and the score was Lady Mules JV team 41 and the Bobbies JV 27. Congratulations to those girls. The individual scorers were B. Barone with 15, L. Barrera 10, M. Melendez 9, C. Cage 4, M. Moran 2, V. Ambrose scored 1. And Coach Edie Niblett says, it sure helps when you keep the turnover numbers low and the free throw percentage high. The Lady Mules had been struggling with these two things, and this game pulled it all together, and she was very proud. Cassidy Cage and Brianna Barone caused complete havoc on defense, and that helped our offense and calm down the girls and work out plays. Lily Barrera and Marilyn Melendez led the offense and left No doubt the Lady Mules were in control. Everyone contributed in this game and worked as a team. Great job, girls, says Coach Niblett, the JV coach for the Lady Mules. Now, the Lady Mules and also the Muleshoe Mules JV teams will be playing their next games on Friday at 5 o'clock at Freona. And then the varsity Lady Mules will play at 6:30, the Squaws, and at 8 o'clock it'll be the Mules and the Chieftains there at Freona. All day on Saturday, the Muleshoe High School speech and debate students will be at Amarillo Tascosa Speech and Debate Tournament. Dr. R.L. Richards, superintendent of Muleshoe Schools, shares with us an email that he received. It is from Laura Mora. Laura writes, my coworker Paulette Foster, who just had a brother-in-law die recently, was attending his funeral last week. With tears in her eyes, she was telling me how when they drove by Mary DeShazo Elementary School, there were children playing at recess. When the students saw the procession, they all knelt down as we passed by. Not one of these little children moved. I love how Mrs. Gallman, the principal at Mary DeShazo, and all of the teachers and all of the students and their parents educate them to be caring individuals. One small act that these children did meant so much to this bereaved family. Isn't that nice to know? So we salute the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders of Mary DeShazo Elementary School for caring about others. We'll be back and tell you how you can care about a family also hurting right now, so stay tuned.
The winter clearance sale continues at BK Boutique in Clovis, New Mexico, 200 East 21st Street, where all their clothing is 30 to 60% off now. Again, at 200 East 21st Street, call 575-762-1848. Beth or Betty, they're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time at BK Boutique, 200 East 21st Street, where the winter clearance sale continues. Now with everything marked down 30 to 60% off at BK Boutique, 200 East 21st Street, Clovis, New Mexico. Frying Cox, 401 South 1st Street is your Valentine's gift-giving headquarters with lots of Circle E candles, art hearts by Demdeco, wooden art decor picture frames, metal art signs, and much, much more. Don't forget, for him, they have Char-Broil 4-burner gas grills, Traeger grill smoker, and also the Weber Black Kettle Grill. Also, Frying Cox is your headquarters for Forney welding tools and accessory, also Forney soldering supplies for electrical, plumbing, and general purpose, all at 401 South 1st Street, Frying Cox, right here in Muleshoe. The swing bed program is available now at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center for the patient who is no longer in need of acute medical care but is not yet comfortable functioning independently at home. Call today for more information about the swing bed program at 806-272-4524. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center is located at 708 South 1st Street right here in Muleshoe, Texas.
The Partain family will be honored with a shower in earth. You will recall that they lost all of their belongings and all of their home on January the 3rd in a fire out on Highway 303 between Muleshoe and Earth. The family consists of the mother and father, Patty and Jeremy Partain, and their 3 daughters, Natalie, Courtney, and Lindy. The shower will be on Sunday afternoon, 4:30 to 6, at the Earth Church of Christ, located at 506 East Main in Earth. Patty would like so very much recipes from the ladies. Now, if you need more information, you can call Paula Vaughn at 806-638-6534 or Trey Weldon at 806-638-2042. They suggest that gift cards and also a money tree will be available. This shower for the Partain family is Sunday afternoon at the Earth Church of Christ, located right there on U.S. Highway 70 at 506 East Main in Earth, 4:30 to 6. Editor of the Clovis News Journal, David Stevens, who's a Muleshoe High School graduate, sent us this message, and it is in the Clovis News Journal. It was 40 years ago on February the 2nd, 1976. On this date, an Albuquerque couple was reunited with their kidnapped infant child at the hospital here in Muleshoe. John Paul Norris was 10 days old when he was taken at gunpoint from his Albuquerque home 5 days earlier. A Muleshoe woman, Eileen Lowe, was convicted of taking the child. She gained access to the Norrises' home by pretending to deliver flowers. She then locked the child's mother and grandmother in a bathroom before taking the newborn baby. Court records show that Mrs. Lowe flew from Albuquerque to Lubbock with the child, then drove to her home here in Muleshoe. Area residents became suspicious of the sudden appearance of a newborn baby and notified police. Eileen Lowe, 30 years of age at the time in 1976, said she had an intense desire to have a baby of her own and hoped a child might save her marriage. The child was not injured. That's from the Clovis News Journal. On your prayer list, please remember Robbie Claiborne. She is in Covenant Women's and Children's Hospital in Lubbock as of Wednesday. Zora Reynolds, Romero Leal, Jeanette Kynard of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, who recently fell and broke her hip and had hip replacement surgery. 2-year-old Liza Dodd of Portales, 1-year-old Reed Markle, and 10-year-old Hannah Simmons, Jean Paul Jarman. The families of the following: Rosemary Rangel, 62, of Muleshoe; Gloria Sepler of Grapevine, the mother of Gina Martis of Muleshoe; Pamela Miller, 66, of Muleshoe; Delbert Sprayberry, 88, of Earth, formerly of Muleshoe; Mark Foster, 56, of Atchison, Kansas, formerly of Lasbuddy, and the brother of Steve Foster of Lasbuddy; Billy Morrison, 81, of Wheeler, who was reared here in Muleshoe; and Nelda Gatewood, 76, of Hamilton. She was the wife of Ingle Gatewood, and they formerly lived here, and she is the sister-in-law of J.C. Gatewood of Muleshoe, and the family of Jim Hale, 90, of Muleshoe.
Well, it is just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can find our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well. Find it on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Members of Women Outdoors Worldwide learn how to shoot. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, owned by the members that they serve. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. Call them 806-272-4504. Check them out online, www.bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle, all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Sometimes people say, aren't you afraid, going by yourself? I said, no, I have my cousins, Smith and Wesson.
Diane Wysocki joined Women Outdoors Worldwide when she visited the organization's booth while attending a Texas State Rifle Association meeting in Dallas.
And these ladies were all dressed up in their gear. I said, these ladies look like they're having too much fun that I need to get involved with them, and that's the beginning.
The organization, with headquarters in Dallas, started in 1999 and has members in every state and 19 foreign countries. They teach women how to shoot guns, slingshots, and bows and arrows. All members are called divas. Diane started shooting 20 years ago when her husband gave her a handgun.
And he hired one of the lady deputies from Dallas. We went to a firing range, and she taught me how to do it correctly.
Once, she attended a clinic on slingshots.
I forget the name of the organization, but they supplied the slingshots, and we had paintballs. So that way you knew where you hit. It was really fun.
She has attended clinics on the AR-15, a rapid-firing weapon. In New Mexico, she shot a metal target 1,100 yards away.
If you hit it in 3 seconds from the time you shoot, you'll hear a ping. And everybody heard that ping, and they started yelling and screaming. I was in a high for about a whole week. I never thought I would be able to do that, but I did.
Diane, who now lives at Terlingua, has several guns.
Men like to hunt, right? And they usually just maybe have 1 or 2 rifles or whatever they shoot with. And the ladies, I like this one for this, and I like a handgun, but I like this one for that one. And we have more than just 1 or 2. This doesn't go with my what I'm wearing. I need a pink one. And I have a pink one also.
Oh, you do?
I do.
How many guns do you have?
I can't tell you.
Diane Wysocki of Terlingua, a member of Women Outdoors Worldwide. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones, a member SIPC. He's in his office right here in Muleshoe, 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Stephen or branch office administrator Dana Rempe can assist you with any of your financial needs, no matter where you live. The market report was recorded this Wednesday, February the 3rd, 2016 at 11:30 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member of the New York Stock Exchange Incorporated, bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. stocks gave up early gains and are now trading lower as investors face the prospect of a third straight day of losses. In economic news, service industries expanded in January at a slower than expected rate, raising concerns that weakness in manufacturing may be expanding into the rest of the U.S. economy. In other economic news, payroll processor ADP showed that private employers added 205,000 jobs in January. Investors now look forward to the more comprehensive employment report by the U.S. government on Friday. U.S. bond prices are gaining. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is utilities, while the worst performing sector is financials. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 16 points to 16,137. The S&P 500 Index is down 11 to 1,891, and the NASDAQ Composite Index is down 49 to 4,467. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is high with 467 million shares traded. Advancers and decliners are evenly matched on the day. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is up $10 to $1,139. The spot price of silver is up 37 cents to $14.67, and crude oil prices are up $1 to $31.46. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.65%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.83%. In stocks of local interest, 3M Company is up $2.80 to $150.67. ConocoPhillips is up 74 cents to 37.34. Verizon is down 2 cents to 49.89. Procter & Gamble is down 7 cents to 80.16. Berkshire Hathaway is down $1.58 to 124.12. Dow Chemical is up $1.20 to 46.23. Xcel Energy is down a penny to 38.97. Pfizer is down 14 cents to 29.70. Walt Disney is up 89 cents to 94.01. And Apple is down a penny to 94.47. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.